Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're here today because we're going to explore one of the most fascinating, completely logic-defying concepts in all of math. It's a puzzle that literally bends the rules of reality and forces us to rethink everything we know about numbers, space, and limits. Okay, let's dive right into this mind-bending mathematical journey.
So I want you to picture a scenario for a second. Imagine this massive, sprawling hotel. It's late at night, the neon no vacancy sign is flashing outside, and the place is completely 100% full. Like every single room has a sleeping guest in it. Now, a super wary traveler walks through the front doors, goes straight up to the front desk, and asks for a room. In our everyday finite world, the answer is obvious, right? Sorry, buddy, we're booked solid. But what if this wasn't an ordinary hotel? How do you actually fit a brand new guest into a hotel with literally no empty rooms without, kicking anyone out onto the street? To figure that out, we've got to turn to David Hilbert's infinite hotel paradox. Now, David Hilbert was this brilliant mathematician who came up with this whole thought experiment to show us something incredibly important. Infinity isn't just a really, really big number. It's an entirely different beast altogether. It operates under completely different mathematical rules than the finite numbers we're used to. So in Hilbert's setup, we have a hotel with an infinite number of rooms and an infinite number of guests currently occupying them. And right at the center of this whole crazy story is our protagonist, literally the most hardworking hotel receptionist in the universe, who is about to face a series of increasingly impossible challenges.
All right, level 1, making room for one. The hotel is full to infinity and a single weary traveler needs a bed. What on earth is the receptionist supposed to do? Well, here's the brilliant solution. The receptionist grabs the PA system and makes a super simple announcement to the entire hotel. Hey folks, could every guest please move one room down the hall? In math terms, the guest in room N moves to room N+1. And this brilliantly illustrates how shifting everyone up one space opens up that very first room. The guest in room 1 moves to room 2. The guest in room 2 moves to room 3. The guest in room 1,000,000, they just move to room 1,000,001. Since the hotel is infinite, everyone still has a room to go to. There is always a next room. And boom, just like magic, room 1 is now completely free, and our new arrival gets a place to sleep. Crisis averted, right? Well, not quite. Welcome to level 2, parking an infinite bus. A bus that is infinitely packed with passengers just pulled up outside, and shifting everyone down just one room? Yeah, that's not going to cut it anymore. Our receptionist is definitely going to need another cup of coffee for this one. Seriously, take a second to think about how you might actually solve this. How do you create an infinite number of vacancies in a hotel that's already infinitely full? Got an idea? Well, our hardworking receptionist grabs the microphone again and issues a bold new command. Every current guest, please move from room N to room 2N. Now, think about that multiplier for a second. Let's look at exactly what that does to the guest list.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how multiplying by 2 perfectly separates the guests. Let's break it down. The person in room 1 multiplies their room number by 2, so they move to room 2. The person in room 2 moves to room 4. Room 3 goes to room 6, room 4 to room 8, you get the idea. By doing this, every single current guest in the hotel is now occupying an even-numbered room. And what does that leave us with? An infinite string of completely empty, odd-numbered rooms. Rooms 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, stretching on literally forever, are now completely vacant. So the receptionist simply directs those infinite bus passengers to step right off the bus and fill up the infinite odd-numbered rooms. Boom, everyone has a bed. Okay, boss level, the ultimate infinity challenge. By now, the receptionist is probably feeling pretty proud of themselves. But the universe isn't done yet. An infinite line of infinite buses has just arrived. I mean, the whole odd and even trick? Completely useless now. How in the world do you assign rooms to an infinity of infinities? To avoid absolute disaster, our receptionist actually turns to ancient Greece, specifically Euclid's proof of infinite prime numbers. See, because there's no such thing as a largest prime number, the receptionist can use this endless supply of primes to create a flawless sorting system. Let's see exactly how this works. So notice how the receptionist assigns a unique prime number to each and every bus. The very first bus gets the prime number 2, the second bus gets 3, the third bus gets 5, and so on. Then they look at the passenger seat number on that specific bus. They take the bus's prime number and elevate it to the power of the passenger's seat number. So the crucial point here is that elevating prime factors to the power of original seat numbers guarantees flawless assignment without any overlap whatsoever.
Just following this logic, the passenger in bus 1, seat 1 goes to 2 to the power of 1, which is room 2. Bus 1, seat 2 goes to 2 to the power of 2, so that's room 4. But look at bus 2, seat 1. Their prime is 3 to the power of 1, so they get room 3. Because of how prime factorization actually works, no two math equations here will ever result in the exact same room number. It's wild. Every single person in that infinite line of infinite buses gets a completely unique room key. It is just an incredibly elegant solution to an impossibly massive problem. But, why does all this actually matter to us? Well, because it reveals a super fascinating truth. Infinity defies reality. As humans, our brains are kind of hardwired to understand the finite. Like we intuitively get what full means when we look at a glass of water, a parking lot, or a standard 500-room hotel. But Hilbert's paradox shows us that the moment you enter the realm of infinity, common sense just goes right out the window. You're stepping into a landscape that relies on entirely unique logical rules. It totally defies our physical reality, yet it makes perfect, unshakable sense within the strict laws of math. Which brings us to our final thought today. I want you to really let this sink in for a second. If an infinitely full hotel can always accommodate infinite new guests, what does full actually even mean? If there is literally no limit to what can be added to something that's already supposedly complete, it kind of forces us to question the very limits of reality and language itself. Infinity isn't a destination you can reach, it's a completely different way of traveling. Keep that thought bouncing around your head today, and, well, I hope you never look at a no vacancy sign the same way again. Thanks so much for exploring the infinite hotel with me.